Okay, so welcome back to Darkway, the murder of King Mia, where we're going to solve the crime at some point. So we need to find out who murdered King Mia. There's a whole bunch of different things that we've got going on. We've got Otho seems regretful of his lackluster relationship with Nair. It's asked you to secretly place a banner in Nia's guard tower. We were struggling to do that one. I couldn't find a way to jump up there, but we'll figure it out, mate. But hello, welcome back, where we're going to complete the game today, one way or another, right? Excluded scholars. Johan is an active research project with Eli, cataloguing the kings of the empire. She's asked you to retrieve the King's Codex. Okay, don't know where that is. Lucia seems tormented and is leaving the city of Ink. She paid Benzar to travel. Asked you to go and see if it's ready. Should I be worried that Lucia's leaving? She's a criminal. Sorrel's been incredibly upset the past few days. Cecil has asked you to find flowers near the Man districts. Okay, then we need to find some white stones in the lower outskirts of the city, and then there's the Salt Coast. Asked you to discreetly ask Citrus if you'd be interested in vacation to the Salt Coast with her. Okay, so someone wants to go on holiday with somebody. Then we can, try and figure out things the bird has. No means and no motive. Edgar Allan Crow. Have the ability to convict thrice more. If incorrect, insight wipes back to the past. Okay, so we can convict up to 3 times. We can convict up to 3 people. Benzar, we've got literally nothing on. Cato, Lux, Citrius, we got nothing on. Lucia, we got nothing on. Guards could easily have backstabbed or shot the knife. Okay, so they've included he could have also shot the knife. Eli with the crossbow may have managed to make the shot necessary to kill the king. I think it's this guy, potentially. His wife was a dreamer, may have associated with the dog god. Extremist secret sects of the dog god are bent upon toppling the empire. So Cecil's an alchemist. Oleander we got nothing on. Owner, horrible upbringing, murdered her parents. Been in many brutal battles. Possibly insane. So Rune has to be convicted if we don't find who the correct person is. He said convict him and he'll say he did. So if it comes down to it, we can always convict him. Johan Agoff. Hidden in the palace bridge, stabbed the king and retreated. He's mischievous, similar to the brooch gone wrong prank. The murder may have simply gone wrong, but I think he more witnessed it. And then there's a question mark that we even haven't met yet. So we've got a map as well, which now displays the location of where the people are, because there's been some updates. Obviously it doesn't show the entrance bridge tower, which may have other things. So Cato, Citrius, Eli, if we're struggling to find the people, we can now identify where they are. Roman's the one that's hiding, so we can do that. Okay, so we're looking for Citrius. So let's go to Citrius to ask them out for someone. So Citrius is just at the top of these stairs. Perfect. Okay, let's go ask out this person for...
Yes, young apprentice. Is there anything I can help with?
Yes, Ona wants to take you on a date.
Ona asked me to go to the South Coast?
Yeah.
Oh dear, be discreet.
Fourth time she's asked.
I will have to politely decline. How shall I say this? She is in love with me. She has confessed it, but I'm 13 years older than her, and her love arises, I believe, out of her lack of a motherly or fatherly figure. She sees me, the orphanage guardian, and I'm her answer to her pain.
I see.
Couple that with, I do not love women romantically in the same way she does. A relationship cannot and will never work out. As someone who cares for orphans, it breaks my heart to say that, but the situation with that young girl is just too complicated.
I mean, we could have told her to go anyway, but I think that wouldn't work. But let's just say go as a friend, because we've got enough insight to say go as a friend.
No, I'm sorry, apprentice, I cannot. Especially not in the wake of the tragedy of the king's murder. Yes, young. Thank you for agreeing to talk to Vigo, apprentice.
Okay, so she's definitely not going to go on the date with the person.
Especially from someone who just arrived to the city. Thank you.
Okay. So there's also now you can jump high and low depending on how long you push the thing. So we should go back to Ona then, I guess, and let her down about the date. Good. She got rejected. But, you know, the person's more of a parent figure, I guess, and so it wasn't necessarily even romantic, the reason that she was asking it. So she could have gone as a friend, fair, or as like a parent figure. But I guess, you know, that was more of a not right now, right? Because in the wake of the tragedy.
How to the apprentice?
Oh, she said no. I suppose I expected that. Thank you, Detective, for asking. I mean, I admittedly have a strange relationship with Citrius. I love her, I think. But also, she's what I wish I had when I was a pup. A guardian of sorts. Why am I telling you this?
You just want her as
Detective.
an adoptive parent, really.
I do still have tickets for two for a carriage from the mountain village Salt. If you might be interested in coming with me, I mean, not to just replace Citrus, but you are kind, is what I am saying. Oh, really? You well? Very well. I understand you must complete your investigation. The tickets are for about a 20-day from now. If you really can make it, that would be wonderful. Thank you, Detective.
Why not? Nice little holiday with a psychopath. Why not?
How
I
to the
don't think
apprentice?
she's necessarily a psycho.
Yes, I'm very excited for our trip together. It will be a great opportunity to learn more about one another.
But, you know, she got turned down by the parent figure, so why not be there as a friend for her? We're similar doggos. You know, because otherwise she might break. Having bought these tickets and no one to go with, she might go psycho and murder someone. Not that she's a psychopath, but you know, she might have a mental breakdown and anything could happen. Maybe just, you know, get a little upset with the other person that didn't want to go with them. Potentially. So we can go with them as friends. But the other person didn't want to go with them as friends. Okay. Above Nia's guard tower seems hard. Active research project with Eli. Okay, so I guess we should go look for Eli. Okay, map. Where's Eli? Eli is in the corner. Being able to see where the people are. Okay, that's a new feature as well. You can press R3 to lock onto something, and also you can sprint now. There's a few quality of life things. I guess we need to hold down to sprint. It's not a toggle. But it does do the zoom out, which is interesting. Eat.
A pleasure. So you've looked at both the knife and the quill? Profoundly different, no? Keep up the great work, Detective. You'll get to the bottom of this. You must.
Okay, Yoda.
Pleasure, Detective.
This old dog carries himself with quiet authority. His mind moves quickly, calculating, noticing every detail with the slightest eye movement. A soldier and a scholar. The faint smell of old parchment and sword oil clings to his clothing.
A pleasure, Detective. What can I tell you? I was not on duty that night. I was with Joanne, the librarian, reviewing our notes. We are cataloging the royal codices. It's a project we started when I returned to the city of Ink years ago. We were going over the history of the kings and queens of the Empire.
Well, I need to know where the codex is.
So, you read the King's Codex then? Mir was planning to make August king? That is a turn of events, a tragic turn. He was planning to go to the Isle of Su and take Agath with also.
Okay, so he was taking a
wonder
goth.
Su has been planning to build a dark line to the Isle of Dogs for some time, but they can't do it without dreamers. Part of me wonders if the king was planning to make some sort of deal with Su. It would make sense. He is the lead diplomat of the Dog Empire after all.
Okay, so they were going to make a deal with Sue?
Yes, they are almost like, how shall I say, doors. They bend the Darkway, shortening distances. Most of Su are Chelonian turtles. Only Dogs, Felix, and Heralds really have dreamer powers. Heralds more so. So Su would need help making a dark line, and building our first dark line would be a massive technological leap for the Empire. Historically, Heralds have built the dark lines. Most Heralds are concerned with finding their meridians now, so they don't care about helping to build dark lines. Oh, I'm sorry. This is part of my research in Dayin. I realize many of these words make little to no sense. Suffice to say, dogs are needed now to build dark lines, which are door-like. They can cut distances. King Mir was likely going to try to help Su build dark lines and make August the king. And then this happened.
Okay, so who
Perhaps
would have
you could
wanted
asked
to
Mir
stop that?
What he was planning.
You also make yourself sound suspicious there. Okay. Johan. Where's Johan? Johan's in the library, okay. That's not a dead end. Cold feet? You were never here before. Oh, someone outside as well. That's the general person who greets us. But we've been waiting for you for some time.
I haven't seen you around.
I haven't seen you around either.
Mighty suspicious you show right around the king's murder. Not pointing any paws, just saying.
Yeah, but I'm here to investigate it, so.
The dog. He is suspicious, guarded, conspiratorial. He does this job to pay for food and lodging, but cares little for the magnitude he contributes to the city. He just wants solitude.
I hate that this might sound strange, but is that me cloak you have?
I have your
I
coat.
used to own two. One I'm wearing now, and an identical one. But I lost it about a year ago.
Right. Am I somehow your illegitimate son?
Is there any chance I could get it back? I have no idea how I lost it. It disappeared right out of my pack. I've been having to wash my cloak and wrap myself up in my burlap quilt while the cloak dries by the fire.
I don't think it's your cloak. I think you're just trying to rob us.
Ah, bugger. Fine dog you are. Take it then. Wipe your hind with it if you so please. I don't care.
It doesn't look identical to yours at all.
I ain't do this job to make friends. I don't want to chat with you, detective. especially given how everyone be suspicious of me. I did about as much as Oleander did investigating, which is none. How about we just mind our own business? Aye? You wanna help? How about you take this delivery ledger to Cecil? She gonna bloody give me a yelling when she sees the crossed out numbers. Would rather not deal with her. Dog's gotta eat when it's cold. Haha. Great, here it is. Cecil gets crossed about the cross numbers. Sorry. And thanks for saving an old dog's ears.
Yeah, but I wasn't gonna get freezing cold for you. Give you my coat just because you need a second coat. Just because you want a second coat and you're cold. I don't think this would fit you, to be fair, mate. We're a damn sight different size. My cloak looks a lot more like your cloak. Maybe yours is his cloak. Have I got an inventory of other cloak items? Anton's cloak. Oh! Maybe that's his cloak. We might have found his cloak. Right, we found it in the tower. I should have given it to him though, because that's his cloak.
Detective. Fine, you've helped me. You want to chat? Make it quick. King Mare was a good dog. He looked out for those whom had grey silhouettes, gave them new opportunities.
Right, I mean...
Huh? You've agreed to bring the delivery ledger for Cold Feet? Mighty enabler you are. Cold Feet can walk the stairs. He's walked up the mountains near his whole life. Let me take a look. Flour, sugar, near full 0.5 Scholziate this time. Benzar will not be pleased. No wonder he asked you to deliver this. I would have given him an earful. Tack, wood, beige, looks good. Wait. There's a hidden message there. For me, it seems. Does not look good. I will be frank with you, apprentice. I did not kill the king. But this would be enough to convict me.
Ah, so I could convict you if I wanted.
It's a cipher from the Ravens. I used to be an assassin contracted out to the Ravens, not anymore. But they seem to think I killed the king. They are not happy. Those days are behind me. Keep the ledger. Convict me if you like.
Okay, so I've got a
Rather be
choice.
safe in a cell than have the open sky above me. Edgar Allan alone will not scare off a conspiracy of ravens.
I see. Flour, sugar, cane, bay, trout, hard, tack, paper wrapped in hides, wood, various vegetables, jute and fabric. Oh my god, there's a cipher at the bottom. Okay. There's dots everywhere. 1, 2, 8, 4, 5, 0, 9, but that's crossed out. 3, 7, but that's crossed out deliberately because it is the 4, 5. 3, 7, 6. FR, SR, BH, PR, WD, V, exclamation point, J, 27. And then there's all the numbers at the bottom. Which... F, Y, F. So it could be S, S, Y, S. 3, 5, 6, 7. This that could be in Polish. I mean, I'm not going to attempt to translate that cipher. Someone, she told us that it convicts her. Good enough for me. but also it means that she isn't the suspect. Because she wholeheartedly told us that she wasn't, and it was in a way that I believe her. Okay, Johan. Johan's in the light. Where we were heading until we found suddenly Coldfoot, who's never been here before.
Aye. Okay, Mr. Investigator. What questions you gonna pepper me with? I don't
I'm
want
not
any
gonna
trouble.
pry.
I don't need nothing. I ain't do this job to...
I mean, I would give you your coat.
Dog. He is suspicious.
I should have given you your coat. I thought you wanted my coat. I forgot we had another coat that we found up in the tower that was yours. Should have given you your coat. Or for anyone that has adverts, everyone's allowed to stop other adverts. I would have if I didn't think he was stealing my coat.
Hello again, apprentice. Ah, you have the codex. Excellent. Let me take a look. Interesting. One of his last entries was discussing making August king and planning to travel to the Isle of Su with Agoth. I do not think I can hold on to this. Apprentice, you best read it. I believe it might be vital to your investigation. Eli will know more about whatever the king planned to do in Su. It might have something to do with the dark lines. Thank you for your help.
Yeah, I already spoke to him. He told me about the dark lines. Okay, so Vessel is actually to find flowers near the Manor District. Okay, so now the remaining things are try and find items. So, Bridge Districts, Wick Districts, Sigil Districts, Inn Districts, Manor District. Okay, so the Manor District's up here. Now we just need to try and find some flowers. Where would the flowers be? They're going to be somewhere awkwardly parkoury, aren't they? And also, how the heck do I get into the tower to put up the thing? This ladder has been reorientated. They used to face across the stairs in a really awkward way. Wow. Turns out it's very slippery though. So I guess maybe they've changed some of the parkour as well. Because that used to be crossways. Okay. I have not seen any flowers. Every time I think, I wonder if it's down the side of here. Still kind of wonder if it's down the side of there. Okay, so I don't think I can jump from the ledges to the ledges to get on top of that. Definitely no flowers in. There's got to be some flowers. Oh. The speck of weirdness. Some flowers somewhere that I'm not seeing. Okay, there's that ladder there that goes onto that roof. Which is again strange. Okay. So is this still the Manor District or... You know what I should do? I should go as high as we can go. Right, is there anything up here? No sneaky parkour. Thank you for letting me by. Okay, if we go to the top of here, that's an interesting chair. there might be... No, I'm not trying to look over at the murder scene. Thank you. Camera, what's going on? I can do it without him looking at the thing. Nope. It's caught on the physics. Okay. This is asking for trouble. Okay, I mean, I can see into the top of that house has a big hole in it. Not really seeing anything that looks flowery though. Also, I could probably just jump on this from there, so let's face it. Okay. There's another tower there that I can jump on. There's no way I go from that tower all the way round to the other tower that it kind of wants us to go to. No flowers down there or anything? Seeing anything over there? It's very dark in here.
Yes, detective. I need
nothing else. Okay, thanks. Parkour! Okay, I might be able to get to the top of the tower. Clever parkour. If I don't mess up my jump because 3D physics. Okay, but I think I can get to the other tower that way. Whether it's the intended way, nobody will ever know. If it works, Parkour Doggo Detective does not question the methods. Just that it was possible. No! Oh well. Any flowers hiding back here? What is this? Suspicious cave. Nothing that. Well, guess we're gonna look around for flowers again. Window, but we can't get in. Okay, there's also meant to be pebbles. Hang on, what was that? That's the flower.
This must be the flower Cecil mentioned. Stuart Sorrell's favorite. Pick it.
The amount of times we've been down here and we couldn't find that, I swear it mustn't have spawned in. But it was kind of invisible. Okay, we found flowers. Now we just need to find the stones. Which are down somewhere around by the beach. Okay, there's wheels. Thankfully the lake is just ice. Hang on, there's something over here. I saw something. Maybe it was just something rendering in. But we're intended to be down here. It's icy lake. It's not just water. We found at least one of the items we were looking for. And who knows? Maybe we'll find a way to jump up the parkour the proper way. This part of the lake looks a bit more non-corporeal. But the floor was there. Okay, was this island here or was this new? A staircase? This might be new. Definitely never been here. Secret staircase? Hidden around here. Anything else over here? Any clues? Okay, well that's interesting. Okay, for a moment I thought we could jump on this slope and get onto that ledge there. But I don't know if that's new or just... I've never seen it because it's in the darkness, but maybe they've lit it up now. I don't swear I've never seen that island before. Let's continue to explore down here because there's stones or something that... Maybe things have been patched in that weren't there before. Because again, you'd see that absolutely from there. That has never been visible before. So either they've added lighting to show that it's there, or it's a new feature. And again, the flower. Perhaps the flower was bigger now? But I swear I've ran that area before and never seen that flower. Up the very, very bonky stairs. I think up here. Oh. Stones near the beach. Where near the beach? Nothing there. Stones in here. Just climb to the top of this as well, just in case. Oh, what's been added? Thing up here. Back down. Any stones? I mean, there's plenty of parts of the building stones. Don't think they're what it wants. Wait, where the heck am I now? Oh no! I'm not gonna get soft locked. Okay, that's nothing. Whoop. Whoop. Okay, I thought I could make that jump. Nothing there. Nope, that's not a stone, that's just a scary hole to fall in. Frozen things. Not stones that we're looking for. I've been onto those as well, and they weren't the stones we were looking for. Nothing there. But who knows? Maybe patches. Definitely not the stones that we're looking for. Okay. Well, in that case, I don't know what stones you're looking for because I've been all around that coast. I definitely can't see anything there. Okay, so who wanted the thing? Place the banner and flowers. So Cecil has asked you to find flowers. We know where Cecil is. Before I go to Cecil. No random stones or anything I can jump to from up here. The light. And that's an area we haven't been. Don't think there's any stones there. Let's go to Cecil, because we're kind of close. Hi.
You really need me to remind you? Manor District.
Yes, I just
Flowers.
picked the flowers.
Flowers are probably near the cliffs. That's where the earliest sprigs are.
Am I supposed to give them to someone else? Okay, so bring them to Steward Sorrel. Okay, so we need to take them to Sorrel. Sorry. But I got the flowers. I just thought you might want them. There's also this weird piece of parkour. What does this lead to? Oops. We can be Batman along the roofs. Fall off the roof. Hi. Surprise flowers.
Apprentice, anything I might help with? Oh, a white Nerium. I'm surprised there are any this early. For me? Really? Did Cecil put you up to this? Probably worried about me. Haven't slept. Thank you. Apprentice, anything I might help with?
The stone should be down by the frozen lake. Often find some broken off from the larger rocks near the shore.
Okay, so near the shore by larger rocks. Got it. Larger rocks near the shore. Eee. Okay, so by larger rocks near the shore. That's some big rock. Well, these are just buildings. They're just building. Any big rocks around here? Cave? Oh, nothing down here. And round here. And that, but who knows? It could be very invisible. Okay, so there's some big old rocks there. Big old rocks. I'm not seeing anything to interact with. Big rocks, but nothing to interact with. Right on here. This very dubious platform. It's actually a building. No. These are just buildings. I don't see any other big rocks near the shore. I guess. We're gonna look. Oh, did it before. Big rocks right close to the shore. So that's not a big rock. It's a big rock. In there. In there. Nothing down that little hole. Worst little hole ever. These are some big rocks. I mean, there's nothing that I can jump to over there. That's a too slippery slope. Nothing there. Building. In there. But it could be that I've got to parkour to somewhere. So. Big rocks. But they're nowhere near the shore. Nothing over there. The map doesn't really show us any big rocks. Yeah, I don't I don't know where you want me to look, guy. I really don't know where you want me to look. Maybe it's again on the other side by the flowers. Who knows? Right, okay, so try to get into the tower, Benzar, and the White Stones. The lower outskirts of the city. Does he just mean inside the city? Could I be on the lower edge inside the city? Okay. I don't think we can parkour out of this one. There's no thing to jump on. So, okay, but we can get onto this one. There's potentially places we haven't gone down there. Could very well be down there. This is a different way that's a lot easier to get to Edgar Allan Crow. Than the way that I was previously going. Don't mess up the parkour. No, well, live down here now. Well, that's a shiny thing that sticks out, but it's not a rock that we can steal. Nothing here. Anything up here? Surface we can't land on. Okay. I mean, these look like nice rock outcroppings to have some bits by. Can I not just break a few of those off? These definitely look like they should be it. Like big old white stones. Guess not. Okay, so we're gonna go back up to the parkour. The awkward thing is, I use L3. You use that D-pad, which makes it drifty. I keep saying D-pad. Analog stick instead of the D-pads. That's why we sort of slipped off, because the analog drifts. Okay, so this isn't the way that we just were. Edgar Allan Crow. Can I just... Can I literally just jump up there? Just look at that lip there, that is jumpable height. So now that we can run, literally you can parkour more places by running.
Greatest of dogs. In your tongue, I say, how to thee.
I said Picard. Okay, so there's... I don't think there's any stones down there, but there are big rocks. Okay, this is not going to let us get to the other tower.
Mr. Detective, how to thee? Mr. Detective, talk with Roman. He'll have the info you need. Use our password, Harold.
I feel like I did that. Yeah, I did. Because that's how we got into the other guy. Don't need to do anything with you. I would love to give you your coat.
Don't need nothing.
You don't need nothing, because I found your other coat and I didn't realise that that was what you were after. You're trying to rob mine. Well, there was a banner there. I don't think that's where we were trying to hang the banner from, but... Come on. Don't make me have to jump off the whole ledge. Why is that so slippery? Okay. Really? Surely that's not where you're trying to hang the banner from. Oh. Do this. Get up there. Okay, so. Nera's Tower. I mean, let's just look inside Nera's Tower. That's the tower next to Nera's Tower. You want me to hang it from Nera's Tower? There's definitely no way up inside. There's a way up here. From up here. Surely. Surely we can parkour out of this. Nope. That's too high, isn't it? With the sprint. Anything else? Any sneaky bits? Okay, so. Get to that. I really do feel that it's come down from the top where we were. You know what? We're gonna do it. Gonna parkour from the top down and not fall off. And not fail on the slippery ladder. Oh, it bounced me off the wall. Don't bounce me off the wall. You know what? This new ladder position might ironically be a bit harder to climb. Up the first stage. In 20 days, once we've solved the crime, if we had not falsely convicted of it ourselves, shall return. Stop the controller drifts. Then we're going to prepare for the jump. Not fail this time. We're at a 50-50. First time we got it right. Second time I was a bit short. I was concerned with missing. Okay, so I guess I need to sprint. Yes, I need to sprint jump. There's no way that that's only enabled with sprint jumping, right? Okay, but I should have sprint jumped. What are the chances that the zones are up on this side as well? Oh. This. Nothing. Almost looked like a sneaky building. Was nothing. I mean, it is very, 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 very dark. So, could easily be missing whatever it wants me to find. Oops. Oh. Yeah, there's no stones in the cogs. But maybe it's in a higher parkour bit. Could very well be in a much higher parkour bit. Just gonna run along the whole of the edge of the rocks. Hey, there's something. The amount of times we've been down here, though, surely if it was anywhere to be found, we would have found it by now, right? Well, I mean, it's obviously got to be somewhere, but where? No one knows. The little dark bit there. Could be hidden there. What? Up the slope. Okay, right. This time, for real, we're going to succeed in the parkour. This time. There's different music for all the different areas. Okay, but now we know we definitely need to do a run jump. No other jump will do. Must be run jump. Alright, don't mind me and how I keep getting out of this tower. I just really need to come up here, and don't question how I'm getting out, because your prisoner definitely couldn't escape the same way. I'm not showing you how to escape or anything. I know you don't want to anyway. Ah! 3D platforming. My nemesis. Hi! I was too cautious and I fell between the cracks. We're just having a lovely time here. Hi again. Not just me. Hey. Oh. I'm too cautious. Too cautious. No! So close. Okay. It's playing sinister music like we're probably meant to be up there. Probably. Ba-ba-ba-bum. Hi. Okay. Well, I don't know how we're getting those stones. I should have given the guy his jacket that we found. He would have been happier with us and he might have gave us more quests. Okay. Don't be too careful. Okay. All we need to do is get to that tower over there. No! Questionable physics. I mean, these towers do present themselves an opportunity to get stuck. So there's that. Okay, back into the thing. Okay. We will make this jump. Where else would we be able to get that? Roofs? Maybe. And maybe the roofs are meant to get you there. Maybe even this ladder. It's just a way to get there. Well, don't try to jump right to the top of the ladder. Not go well. It's definitely not those side walls. Okay, so we know a few people that it isn't, or claim that it isn't, but say they will admit to it. That will allow the murderer to go free. That's me again. No. Okay, but it turns out you might be able to make it without even jumping. You run. But we're going to do this. Whoever it was had to be nimble enough to get up here. It wouldn't have been person. I got off. Oh my god, I stopped early. It wouldn't have been Goth, because the Goth was going to help open the Darkway. So it had to have been someone else. Couldn't have been Cecil. Cecil. You know, they're also saying they will admit it. I think it was Otho. Otho hired somebody to do it. We don't have the full details. Also hired somebody, which means technically they didn't do it, but they hired somebody to do it. No.
Apprentice, thank you for agreeing to take that book to Agoth. That's real. Apprentice, the killing of a king, regicide, no small matter. I applaud you for your swift travel to the far reaches of the Salt Kingdom, and take a look at the knife.
I mean, I've looked at the knife.
Have you seen Agoth running around? Little troublemaker, though. He's a good pup, though. No doubt he'll grow up strong and wise. I recently found Agoth and Roman's
little stones!
Sorrel finds little stones for Roman, and I always wondered where he keeps them all. Their fort was covered in them.
Their fort.
And they had written little poems on them in charcoal. Their spelling could use some work, but some of the poems were quite excellent. Anyway, keep the secret hideout between you and me. Don't want the pups knowing we discovered their secrets.
Oh, their secret hideout has the stones. Hey. Where's their secret hideout? Not down the well. Their secret hideout. That's an interesting alley. So they find the stones.
Hey there, Mr. You want to chat with me? You want to talk about the best climbing spots? All right. Best climbing spots are the flag lines. And also, don't tell Steward or Sorrel this, the bridge entry tower. Also, the castle walls you can drop between over by the orphanage.
Bridge entry tower. Oh, the flag line. Are there flag lines I should be climbing around that? Also, where are your stones? Where are your stones?
Mr. Detective? You want to chat right now?
I want the stones that you're hiding. Ooh. Parkour? No. There's something there. Nope. Right up there. Suspicious wall stones. They lead anywhere? Up and up and up. Maybe up there. Maybe. I mean, we found crazier parkour than this. Oh. There's crazier parkour than this. Plausible without the run. Don't need to run to get onto it. That part of the wall is definitely preventing us getting up there. Okay, so the flag line. At the bridge entrance, say. Like up here. Which I was going to before, right? So there's nothing on that. There's all of those bits. Okay. I don't know if that leads anywhere. There's this suspicious. Okay, so we can go across these. That might let us go to slipperiness. Population need. Obviously that climbs higher up there, but I don't need to climb up. I'm just going to this one. That lets us get to a tower. Eli's tower. A bit controller drifts. And we can walk along these. Which might be the way. I mean, we're on the top of that one. It might be just the intended way to get up here. And you want me to put it in Nair's tower. What's this about? If I go in here, we can... jump on that thing to get back out. Nothing, just a weirdly lit top of a house. Just part of their house goes into this tower, it's fine. Oh. Well. I mean, at least we can sort of get there easily enough. Wasn't the way that we went there. Oh. Gonna use the ladder. This was how we got up there. Stop the controller drifting. Okay. Now we can walk along here. Be very, very terrible at parkour. And fall off. Once we're up there, I don't know where we're placing the thing. Confidently running across. Maybe a little too confidently. I keep slipping off. Carefully. We're there. So it wants us to hang it from that tower. Okay. Ask you to secretly place the banner at Nair's God Tower. God Tower. Secret gift. I mean, ass. It's not at the top of. And I guess it wants us to be at the top of it. Okay. We can also go up here. Okay, so this is the one that we would get to next. So this isn't... This is Nia's tower. I mean, we're in Nia's tower. Oh, there's a clue.
This is Nier's tower, and a lone banner post. Place the banner Otho asked you to place.
That was it all along. We were trying to get on the roof. Oh, it's in the tower now. That was embarrassing. How do I get extra things with you? Okay. Otto.
Hello again, apprentice.
Hi, I hung your thing.
Thank you for agreeing. Hopefully Nier doesn't take down the banner.
Okay, I guess you want me to go speak to Nier then. That's how we get some extra things with him.
Apprentice. Thank you for apprentice. Have you seen Agolf running around? Little troubled. He's a good pup. There's... Anyway.
Okay. Guess we don't get anything for doing that. Where's their secret hideout? I felt like it was by the birds. That didn't seem to necessarily do it.
Hello again, apprentice.
An air of tired confidence, a sponge squeezed dry. Is he tired of the happenings of war and death? The snow radiates from him. Paper, ink, glue.
Suspicious.
Hello. Oleander, he is like a son to me. I do not enjoy entertaining the idea that his work may be incorrect. Though August does not seem at first a likely suspect, the evidence is too much. Oh dear. I know what this looks like. Oh dear. I don't know what to say. I could make an excuse, but you probably wouldn't believe me. Oh, my excuse would be, I just found it in the snow on one of my walks. I was going to return it to the guard, but then the king was murdered. How would that look? I have August's key, the day of the king's murder. I didn't even know it was the missing key. Well, in the bridge district, right in front of the prison tower. Hello. Oh, yes. I am always interested in books. Ha! I do love them. Not... This year he brought fewer than normal, but he did bring a very old, unique one about Lucan, the founding emperor. The Myth of Black Wolves, it's called. It's quite the read. I am Otho. I was a banker, first in my family, but I also taught economics at the Reserve. I grew up on the outskirts of the capital and moved here after the Raven War to finally read my backlog of books. I was also good friends with the king. He was one of my students back at the Reserve. My nephew, Nair, also lives here. Books? Ha! I do love them. Not just the academic kind, but the stories, the mythos. Every year, Oleander brings Joanne and I a delivery of books. This year, he brought fewer than normal.
Okay, or fewer than normal. So, let's go to Benzar. Let's tell him that Lucia wants to leave. But do you have any secret suspicious areas down here? So the stones are in those kids' secret hideout. Where is that secret hideout? Is the question. You don't need to 100% everything, you know? You don't need to. Hi, Benzar.
I'm Benzar. What you want? Huh? Lucia's travel pack. I know nothing about it. Did she? Happen to have the code then, little apprentice? These sorts of things don't happen to exist without codes. Only if necessary. Well, seems to me it's necessary. What? Well, shit. Guess she's leaving. She has to leave. Now, tell her the bag is ready. Well, I suppose I could be of some use to the investigation. Lucia, one other and I were all part of an organization called the Glass Mark. Trafficked weapons and goods during the Raven War to the highest bidder. Could be dogs, could be ravens. I'll be brief. Lucia's a dreamer, has very strong powers, summoning and shit. Glass Mark brass found out, sold it to the Ravens for an astronomical sum. She was my main supplier. I didn't find out till after a late shipment turned to a lost shipment. Lucia and my other supplier became somewhat like my nieces, so I did not take it lightly. I went with my other supplier to Lucia's brother Rune. Rune was besties with Prince August, see? Well, When August was a prince, he had control of 3 legions. Long story short, that ripe shit show turned into the Battle of Spire. Decided the whole goddamned war. I forsook the glass mark, and am on the run from Raven Mercs. Same with Lucia. Likely August and Mia too.
Okay, so Raven mercenaries.
And I'm not saying the glass mark or Ravens killed the king. Possibility. But if the Mercs killed the king, they would have massacred the whole city to eradicate any evidence. That's how they operate on this level. We were protected by the king's position as lead diplomat. But the siren sings. That means we're compromised. Obviously, with the king dead, but siren sings means that Lucia has seen something with her dreamer powers. Signals something is coming. Please, let her know the pack is ready. I'm Benzar. What you want? You're gonna ask the innkeeper how the king died? Who killed the king? Now that's an even better question that I don't have the answer to.
But you know somebody who does.
It could have been August. I've seen him live it before. He is capable of violence and like what most of the doggons in this city know him as. But killing Mir? Highly unlikely. There is something far darker stirring in the cauldron. My take? Cold Feet.
I don't think it's Cold
Feet. I bet he is a Raven agent. Showed up right before the murder too, 5 days ago. Unlike him, he's supposed to show up today. I'm Benzar. What you want?
Okay, you've shared
I'm
enough.
Benzar. Alright, kid. Cold Feet ate more than half the delivery when he shipped 5 days ago. The sugar is less from today's delivery. He does this every time. Let's see how tough you are, eh? Go confront the hound for me. He refuses to talk face to face with me anymore. Thanks, pup. I appreciate the enthusiasm. Now let's see how he responds to an unfamiliar face. Admittedly, he wasn't even supposed to deliver 5 days ago. Somewhat suspicious.
Or are you trying to blame him because it's you, Benzar?
Huh? Benzar wants me to stop eating the sugar. Won't happen. And this is about me arriving 5 days ago. I already told the steward I was not here. I was insulted. Don't even disrespect me by implying I murdered the king.
The dog. He is suspicious, guarded, conspiratorial. He does this job to pay for food and lodging.
Okay, well, we got that before.
Okay, Mr. Investigator. What questions you gonna pepper me with? I don't want any trouble.
I got my questions for you.
I do this job. I don't need nothing else.
I didn't want to pry.
I'm Benzar. Wait, huh? You talked with him and he denied coming here 5 days ago? The hell is he on about? Either he killed the king and is denying his presence in the city, or someone could have pretended
Someone could have pretended to be him because it was his cloak, but somebody had stolen it. We found it.
If I were you, detective, if you haven't yet, this will probably be a good time to speak with Oleander. Good detective he is. Might be some help piecing these clues together. Did Coldfeet have anything to say about the sugar? Damn dog refused to stop eating my sugar? Why, not much I can do, sadly. Coldfeet is the only dog that is willing to make the trip from the village salt for under 50 coins. Done so for decades. Hound of the gods. Guess he needs to eat something. 50 coins don't buy much. Thanks, kid.
Okay, so he's been eating sugar.
I don't need...
I could give you a coat. But I kind of need it for the investigation at the moment. Okay. Who else could wear the coat? Somebody wore his coat to try to look like him. It wouldn't have been any of the kids. They're too short. Kids saw something. You may have just found the key.
How can I help, Apprentice? Anything new in the investigation? So, Cold Feet denied being here 5 days ago. It was likely him then.
No.
I don't know by what means he could have killed the king. Cold Feet is a bit lumbering. I know of no notable assassination skills that he might have either. He was once pro-Raven.
Bit lumbering, so he couldn't have climbed up that tower where I found his cloak.
It is very likely he might have some training, but who knows? The fact he denied being here means he likely won't share much else. How can I help? Anything new? Murder plans? What?
Yes.
You found burnt murder plans? Where? The entrance tower, you say? May I see? This is key evidence. The edge where it burned away seems to show a sightline from the prison tower, it looks like.
Yes.
Must have been shot from the prison tower. Shoot. Maybe the knife was shot?
Yes, I got that.
There's a note that lists Ona should be on duty. It might be because the murderer took the route up from the Manor District through Ona's quarters. That's the only route to the prison tower where, when Ona is on duty, there are no guards. If Ona was on duty, she would be where Vigo is now, at the landing between the Bridge District and the prison tower. The prison tower is the highest point in the city. One could probably see everything from there. Escape timing will be key. The murderer shot from the prison tower, waited for August to get Ona for help, then escaped while Ona and August were in front of the palace, likely down the soot stairs and the underbridge, cross over the lake and hid in the entrance tower for the night. But then the line about Cold Feet. Establish Cold Feet. Either Cold Feet left this plan largely unburned to throw off any suspicions, or someone pretended to be Cold Feet.
Someone pretended to be Cold Feet.
Who? Someone who knew framing August would not be enough, so they framed Cold Feet also. But if they took such great lengths to hide their means, their motive would likely be even more hidden. I'm not sure what to make of this, Apprentice. Continue investigating. The answer may be hidden in plain sight.
Could it be you?
How can I help, Apprentice? Anything? The king sought to make August king? What? Interesting. I heard rumors in Dane that Mir sought to build dark lines with Sue, but never gave them much weight. I guess he would either have to make Sorrel or August leader of the Kingdom of Salt if he did so.
So Sorrel might have a me.
But did August know? If not, then that still doesn't change the potential motive. If he had even an inkling, however, killing the king would prove his motive meaningless.
Sorrel. I don't see a Sorrel.
How can I help? Anything new in the... If you find any integral evidence, I'm more than happy to share my thoughts.
Okay, so you were far too hasty in convicting the person. Lucia seems tormented, but she paid Ben that she has to go see if it's ready, so I could tell her that it's ready. Could it be Lucia? Lucia? Hi.
Yes, apprentice? So the pack is ready then? I will be off soon. I might stay a while longer to say goodbye. But, apprentice, please, do not solve this murder mystery. If you can find a way to free August, do it. But please, though the murder is horrible, it must be finished.
Do not solve this murder mystery. Free August, but it must be finished. You're telling me don't solve the mystery. Do not solve this murder mystery. But it must be finished today. Will be the finale.
Goodbye, apprentice. A dawn always be on the horizon. And if you ever seek to save the dogs, seek out the god. We could use more dreamers. Yes, apprentice? I need nothing else. I'll be leaving soon. Yes, apprentice? What do you want to know? I've studied in Dane. I make candles for the city with Lux. Dane. It's where my father was a scholar, and where my brother Rune met his wife, Lux. Lux and I were very close before Rune met her. I'm thankful she's stuck with us all these years. Benzar, too. Dane is beautiful, but a difficult place for me. A lot of people I cared about were hurt there. Yes, apprentice? I don't want to talk about it. I have enough going on as it is.
So, I mean, we're getting to the point where we might want to pry into people's thing to get some extra details. Because, you know, if we're going to make an accusation, we don't necessarily need them to be happy with us anymore. I don't think it's in the lower outskirts of the city. Unless there's a secret hideout down there. I think might be time to say it's you. Right. June? I feel like it wasn't even prying. I think it was just an option. I'm stupid.
Hello again, Brent. Hi.
Okay.
Oh,
excuse where?
Well, in the bridge district, right in front of the prison tower.
Time to pry.
No, it's not me. No. What do you want me to say? I can't say anything at this point. I can't. Apprentice, if you convict me, I will fight in court, but convict me if you must. Leave me now.
Okay. Okay. Seen as insane, potentially a Raven agent. I don't think was in the city the day before the murder, but I don't think he was. Someone was pretending to be him. Nimble could have easily hidden on the palace, retreated, seems to have a lot of information. Edgar Allan Crow. Potential. August. It's not August. I should be king. That was a fake note. Benzar. We don't have a means or a motive for him. Cato. Small Nimble. Easily hidden in the palace bridge. Stabbed the king and retreated. Okay. Battle caused by actions. Cato has motive. Knew exactly where the murder plans were. I should speak to Lux again. Is a dreamer. Her powers compared to yours, she may have been able to teleport on and off the bridge. Interesting. But the person that needed to go wasn't a teleporter. Vigo. Captain. Easily backstabs her shots with a knife. Chases of resentment towards August. Okay. Wife's a dreamer that's associated with the dog god. Could be him. Guild alchemists. Wasn't poison. And has no means. Owner has no means. Also insists upon convicting him that may fight in court. They're as powerful in terms of cash flow. Boone has to be convicted. Okay. He's just lied to say that it's him. Sorrel has motive. I think it could be Steward Sorrel. We should go speak to Lux first. Candle shop was up there. Take you to the candle shop. Where the heck am I? Bum bum. Going the long way round. Very, very stupidly long way round. Candle shop. Here. Okay, do you have anything else to say?
What brings you to me this? I still cannot believe what you found in the tower. It's probably cold feet. But it could be a cooperation? Is Cecil involved? Does she know someone else involved? Could Sorrel and Coldfeet have worked together? I don't know anymore. Well, numerous dogs in the city suspect Coldfeet for obvious reasons, but also Steward Sorrel. He's the newest to the city. He moved here 2 years ago. I don't know him well, but what if he's one of those political jockey types?
Could be Steward Sorrel.
He's in power of the city for the foreseeable future with the king dead. I would ask Sorrel about that, though. Yes, I suppose Orleander's timing is not that suspicious. He comes this time every year, delivers books for Joanne, and stays with his adopted father, Altho. He is very polite, always interested in the orphans. Him and Eli, my father-in-law, are close. They were in the 13th Legion together.
Did we have something
about
about
you
the
to me this time?
13th?
I still cannot believe what you found in the tower. Well, I would ask Sorrel. What brings you to me this time?
I wish the king was still here, he'd know what to do.
What you wish to talk with me? I'm from a family. I come from a family.
This dog is a master of her craft, hands that moves with practiced precision. She carries herself with a quiet elegance.
Okay. How do I get more stars with you? I've done your quest, I've chatted to you, but we've only got 1 star. Okay, let's go speak to Sorrel. We haven't spoken to you in a while. Have we got anything new that we can say to you?
Anything on? Yes, I can tell you. I was sleeping by the time the murder.
You were sleeping, were you?
Vigo woke me and informed me. I sent Edgar Allen that night to fly to Salt with a letter for the Master Detective Drake. Edgar Allen passed it off to the Crowsto Postal. Edgar Allen, he's a bit slower than most crows, so I didn't trust him to fly all the way to Dane. Crowsto Postal has a 1-day delivery guarantee. Lucky for us, Oleander was resting in the village Salt before the final climb to Ink. I think he visits Altho every year. Anyway, he began to ascend the mountain the next morning. It's a 2-day journey, so he arrived 2 days ago.
Could it be Oleander? Secretly just luckily outside. May have already been here, delivering the books.
That is all. Oleander asserted the same outcome the Ink God found. August.
Oh, he asserted it had to be August.
With a journal in August's house.
And Oleander found the motive, which he may have planted.
I'm not sure what more you'll find, but Oleander was quick to admit that the investigation had holes, and that it would probably be picked apart in court.
Apprentice, anything I might help with?
What do you wish to know? I am Steward I emperor with all.
Yeah. 10 years of things.
Apprentice, anything?
What do you wish to know?
How are you?
I'm doing much better.
Apprentice, the stone should be down by the frozen lake. Often.
Yeah, they're not.
Apprentice, anything on mind? Yes. I was.
Yes. You've got nothing new, which is sucky because I can't finger you. It doesn't give me the option because I don't have the means and the motive. Kato, Lucia, Ego, Eli, Cecil, Oleander. It gives us nothing on Oleander, but he's us. Otho. Could potentially pass. Couldn't really pass the cold feet, could he? August is the king's brother. Benzar isn't. Kato. Kato in the right light could have passed for him and is also has good motive. Ego, an old knight. Eli looks nothing like him. Runa looks nothing like him. Otho looks nothing like him. Rune looks nothing like him. Steward Sorrel, I don't know, in the right sort of light maybe could be passed for him. Then Near himself. Fake his own death? Is that a possibility? Well, it's the murder of King Mir, not King Mir. So, if I'm going to convict Eli or Kato, let's go speak to them first and see what sort of extra information we can get. Kato is down there, Eli's up there. Well, you're too small. Couldn't have been you.
Mr. Detective, how to thee? Mr. Detective, talk with Roman. He'll have the info you need. Use our...
Yeah, you're just a little kid. I don't think it was you. But you're skilled with the crossbow, which is crazy. Edgar Allan Crow, how to be? There's no hidden stones around here, are there? Right, by the orphanage. Their place with their secret hideouts is jump downable from the orphanage. I remember. Up by the orphanage. So. Accessible from the roof of the orphanage. The orphanage. It's Edgar Allan Crow again. Oh! But there's things to run across. What if I jump from here? Okay. I think almost. The creepy music. Slippery. It is wintry. Okay. I'm going to get onto the orphanage and we're going to find parkour spots. This time we will land on the thing. Okay, we didn't land on the thing. Is there anywhere else that I can get up here? Oh. No way, it's just down here, right? Well, that bit of snow has a death hole behind it. That's fine. I mean, the easiest way, probably via this. So you just need to go across the buildings very carefully. I go here. Nope. But no. I meant I can't necessarily see anything that we could even get to that would be somewhere that we can't access anyway, though. So it would have to be somewhere that we can't naturally jump to. Not even gonna try the parkour point. Sorrel. I mean, we could potentially jump from the top of this building. This building has a jump spot as well. The bird. So. That's the orphanage. No. Okay. Right, let's go up here. I'm gonna go to that tower. Maybe we can see something from that tower. Other than the scenery. There's nothing in that tower, is there, at all? Not like there's a secret hideout in there. Plus that wouldn't be we're doing the weird jumps to get to Edgar Allan Crow anyway. Well, I'll fall down there. And down there. Yeah, I don't know where their secret hideout is. So, to talk to... I mean... It's not Kato. And it's Vigo. Vigo's the guard, though. does have motive. But I don't know. Kind of believed him.
Apprentice. Yes, apprentice. You have the knife, I see. Strange, isn't it? It's most certainly August's knife, but the handle is...
It's not August's knife though, is it?
Destroyed.
Maybe you're just trying to tell me that.
Yes, apprentice. I'll refrain from rambling this time.
Suppose he may have found the key on a walk, panicked with the murder, but I don't expect Otho. His vision is poor, he's old. That means the slingshot I suppose could have hired someone, but why?
Apprentice. Yes. I have given you permission. Ona should give you the key.
But I've already
Apprentice.
found the key.
Hell to thee. I managed the orphanage itself. Apprentice. Thank you for bringing those swords to them.
Okay, let's have one last look in King's room.
It's the body of Kinimir. There is a large puncture wound in his neck. The blood matted to his fur. It does appear he was stabbed in the neck. She looks identical to August.
God, it's very dark in here, isn't it? They're very, very dark in here. Well, we found the secrets up here. And yet, secrecy are secrets. There's more string. Ah. I thought we found a secret hole there. We may have. Mayhaps we're meant to go across the strings to get into that. Is that their secret den? Is that where the stones are gonna be hidden? Doors. Could it be? No! Parkour? It seems a little slippery. Okay, wrong! It does seem like these are intended things to go across. Nothing? The game made such a big deal out of these things being special things to climb. I remember them saying something about the orphanage. Where is their secret hidey hole where they've got these stones? You say I could convict you if I wanted. Okay, so. It's not Cold Feet. It's not Roman. It's not Edgar Allan Crowe. It's not August. It could be Benza. Could be Cato. Could be Lux. Citrus? I don't know. Lucia? Potential. Vigo? Could be. Eli? I mean, you look tiny. But I've suspected you for the longest time, but you're tiny. Couldn't be Cecil. Former Raven assassin. But it says poison. Could be Oleander. Don't believe it's owner. Otho may have hired someone, but he doesn't have the vision. Hired somebody. You've asked to be convicted, so it's not you. Stuart Sorrel, it could be. Johan, it could not be. Johan witnessed it. A Goth, it is not. Nah. It could be Nair. But we can't finger Nair. Eli. Let's go speak to Eli. See what Eli has to say. 0.1% of people have completed the game in any way. All of the achievements for any sort of you got it right, you got it wrong, you got convicted yourself, they're all 0.1%. First.
A pleasure, Detective. What can I tell you? I was not on duty that night. I was with Joanne, the librarian, reviewing our notes. We are cataloging the royal codices. It's a project we started when I returned to the city of Ink years ago. We were going over the history of the kings and queens of the empire.
I don't believe you, actually.
I can tell you this. King Mir and his brother August were both trained as scholars, like me. But they studied warfare and diplomacy. It's a great shame what happened. Even more so, considering this is likely the end of the royal...
I think it could be you. I think it could be you. It could also be Stuart Sorrel.
Will you convict?
Eli? Eli? No. I'm sorry, apprentice. There is not a chance it was him. I'm sorry. I will mobilize the Ink Guard, respecting the code of the detective's conviction, but I will personally be challenging this in court.
Eli has been convicted for the murder of King Mir. This will be brought to the capital Den. The outcome, exile or death. Okay, so there's actually more to the game. We go to other places. There's a whole huge map. Interesting.
Apprentice. Eli. I don't understand your conviction, apprentice. If you convicted Eli, why not any of the other guards? His means are the same, crossbow skill and access to the entire city. Further, I know Eli, and he loved the king. He's known him since the king was but a pup. I am sorry, apprentice, but I cannot support this outcome. It does not make logical sense. I will be examining the evidence myself. Hell to thee.
You convicted an innocent. You have the ability to convict twice more. Okay. So it wasn't Eli. It wasn't Cold Feet. It wasn't Roman. Could be Kato. Could be Kato, could be Vigo. Small Nimble could be easily hit. His brother Rahel was killed in the city of Spire. May have been childish vengeance. Resentment, but he's just another guard. I think Kato.
Will you convict?
Cato? Are you sure, apprentice? The prince was a few years old. You really think he killed the king out of anger for his father's death? Very well. I doubt it will hold up in court, but I will inform the Ink God at once.
Kato has been convicted. The wilts ordained for the council. They're too small. They're too small. It couldn't have been them. Far too small. It's definitely not them.
A pup? A pup? I looked at your evidence. It is ridiculous. I am beyond displeased. I am disappointed. You, my greatest apprentice to date, and on your most important investigation, you come to me with this?
Yeah, it
No,
could have been them.
I will
Because they're
not
too
allow
small.
it. I will personally investigate this murder and challenge your findings in court. And as for your apprenticeship, consider yourself demoted to the rank of novice for the remainder of your time at the academy. Good day, apprentice.
Don't you mean novice? So if we get it wrong one more time, we get murdered. We get convicted ourselves. I mean, the people I want to convict for it, like you are a...
How can I help, apprentice? If you find any
Okay, so we don't have any more evidence. Scene is insane. It's not Cold Feet. He's getting framed. It's not you. Could be Edgar Allan Crow. Definitely not August. Definitely not Benzar. I mean, we could convict August, because that's where the evidence is saying. And also, we're getting told to convict August by the seer. The seer could be the person who knows. Yeah, could very well be looks, but I don't have a motive for you. Citrus could well be. Lucia, I feel like it's her partner. Faces of resentment, it could be him. Wife was a dreamer. Oh, come on. We had good things for him. Former Raven assassin, it's not you. You're too small, you're a little puppy. Otho. Maybe shot the knife from the prison, so he can't see well enough to have done it. Has to be convicted. Stabbed the king in front of August. I think it's the stewards. We can't get enough evidence. Like, there's a lot that we haven't been able to gather. So I guess I didn't pry enough into people's business. Maybe you need to pry at the right time.
Apprentice. The killing of a king. Regicide. I heard Drake expelled him from the detective branch of the academy. He defended the cult of Doggo.
Huh.
There were some triage students in his regiment who were being tried for pro-Doggo violent protest. Unfortunately, Oleander was not directly involved. He just vehemently defended them. I guess they were his friends? Apparently, triage dreamers let you see the future. Those triage students allowed Oleander to ambush the Raven at the start of their offensive. But triage also apparently are very sympathetic to the Doggo cult. Oleander believed them after they foresaw key events of the battle that made him a war hero, and became sympathetic to the Doggo cause. Then Drake expelled him. Deserved, if you ask me.
Interesting.
Apprentice. The killing of a king. Take a look at the knight. Apprentice. Have you... He's a good pup, though. There's any... Apprentice. Thank you for agreeing to take that book down.
Interesting. Still nothing noted on Oleander. But it made scribbly note.
How can I help, Apprentice? Anything new in the investigation? Yes. The Doggo are the reason behind my falling out with Drake. I had some fellow soldiers, dreamers, who were very sympathetic to their cause. I don't love talking about it.
You're going to tell me about it.
Fine. Using the prize skill, I see. I initially became interested in the god after hearing about it from Joanne. When I was Drake's apprentice, she and Drake spent not an insignificant amount of time together when Joanne still lived in Dane. Drake always thought that a god was a load of codwash and insisted Joanne stop researching it. Eventually, I showed some curiosity and she shared information regarding the gods, their lore, what they are. Fast forward to the beginning of the Raven War. There were some dreamers in my regiment. A few of them could predict the future, a few days in advance, with accuracy as minute as a coin flip. They were incredible assets. They saved my life more than once. Dreamers are honestly the only reason we won the Raven War. The tactical advantage they gave us was profound. Ravens do not have dreamer powers. The skill of the dreamers in my regiment was future sight, which is only one dreamer skill. There's also skills like insight, time flipping, summoning, space bending, and more, as you might well know. Anyway, the future sight dreamers in my regiment began mindering, a term used for when dreamers fall into a coma-like state. Happens when they've pushed themselves too far, seen too much. In these minders, they saw these creatures, giant brains that spoke in guttural tongues, whipped with tentacle-like arms, called the dreamers by name, and spewed fire. At the behest of these things, the dreamers saw the Empire destroyed, burned to cinders, all dogs dead or fleeing from death, the giant brains devouring everything they came across and driving anything left over to fight them insane, ravens and dogs alike. I didn't believe them at first, but then I remembered the topic of the god. Joanne had explained the gods. Giant, brain-like creatures. We don't really know what the gods are. Lore asserts they hide in the Darkway, smiting anything that might rival their power. Some say they are the conceptual source of dreamer powers. Others say they are heralds gone insane. But They are real. I have seen them. The dreamers found a way to inflict mind-during on others. They showed me. They showed me the Empire burning. I respect Drake and his opinion, but how could I deny something I have seen with my own eyes? After the Raven War, these dreamers, their comrades and friends, became convinced the Empire had pushed too far, that the visions of this fallen Empire was our future. The Raven War only a footnote of what was to come. If we maintain this trajectory,
Also, your
advancing
volume keeps
technology,
going up and down.
unlocking dreamer powers, building dark lines, and advancing further into the Darkway, all of it attracts the attention of the gods. We have begun to rival their power. They, the dreamers, Pyre, Darian, and Remy, my comrades, they went to the Senate and tried to lead a coup with 15 other dreamers. Using their powers, they put about half the senators in the mind-ring states, showed them the worst they could show them.
Also, you've got motive to have killed him to stop the Darkway.
They left 4 senators comatose and unresponsive. The Empire responded and overthrew their coup, and sentenced all 18 of them to death for terrorism.
And maybe this is
began a
motive.
counter-investigation that day, pushing for exile instead of death. But that day, Drake disavowed my apprenticeship. That was hard. My friends on the blade's edge, and all my credibility lost. Everything I had spent years studying and working for, gone. As you well know, Drake is no easy master. My counter-investigation failed. The Emperor Lucan XIV decreed that all Dogged-affiliated dogs would be declared a threat and placed under surveillance. And so I forsook the god and moved on. That is all. How can I help? Anything new in the investigation? If you find any...
I think it's pretty integral that you have ties to the dog gods. It's associated with the dog god cult. Extremist sect of the dog god are bent upon toppling the empire to stop the return of the gods. And that also ties in with you trying to stop the other thing. The Darkway. Because that is where they would have came from. He would have been establishing that with Sue. You were trying to stop that.
Hello again, apprentice. You wish to know my testimony of the murder? I was... the god... I would rather not talk about such matters. Apprentice, these matters, they are not for me to share. You obviously know of the god, so I need not share of who they are. But if you wish to know more, speak with Drake, your master. And I implore you, do not speak with Oleander on this matter.
I already have.
Oleander, he is a member of the god, or was. His comrades from the Raven War, the Dreamers, they saw things that radicalized them. The gods. Oh, I cannot share, apprentice. It breaks my heart. I suppose you don't know of the god. They are a cult. They believe the gods will return to smite us, destroy the Empire. Unfortunately, they have some merit to their claims. Many dreamers see visions of them. That is all I will say. Oleander,
Okay, so that's just
he
the
is a member of... Goodbye. Hello again, apprentice. I do not need anything. Hello again. Hello again.
You're
You
not
wish to know
gonna
my... The king was a...
speak to us because with pride you cry. Can I literally go to the other place without an investigation and go speak to the guy about Oleander? Oleander could have been hiding up in the tower. He has the means. He was here hiding. Claims to have been elsewhere. He had the means. He could have been here sneakily and pretended to not be here, but really he was in the tower. And he planned to frame Coldfoot, and he seems insistent that the evidence shows that it was Coldfoot. I think it was him. Not allowed to convict him. Apparently I don't have enough. She said don't speak to him about the Doggo. Too late, I've already prayed.
How can I help, apprentice? What do you need help with? You wish to know my detective strategy?
No.
How can I help? Anything new in the... If you find any integral evidence... How can I... Anything... Yes. You wish to hear about the Doggo again?
Nah, we've already prayed enough. I don't know how I get your motive, but I do feel that it was you. But... Okay, it really wants us to convict Colby. That's probably canon, right? You... There you go. Cecil has said that she would admit to it if we wanted to. From a Raven Assassin, but she said it's definitely not her. But it's also definitely not Rune. I'll do it just to get a conviction, but... It's not. Oleander or the stewards. But I just can't get enough information from everyone. I guess I didn't pry hard enough.
Will you convict?
Rue, I always knew something was increasingly off. Illegal drugs, though. That led him to kill the king. Very well. I will inform the Ink Guard at once.
Just to get it done. But Rune has been convicted of the murder of King Mia. How come? Exile or death? Well, he's dying anyway, so let's... You know, he's fine with it. He's gonna die anyway. The challenge is we can't really get the thing, and yep, I guess this is for whoever wants to try and solve it themselves. You get to try and... The old kingdom of Sultan, the mountain of Salt, the city of Turin, there's the Varge Empire, there's a lost village, there's a huge map of places that we can't go. I guess these are for other games, and you know, those... Okay, so we can't go down there into the city. Those other areas are for other people, but... We needed to get a conviction and, you know, finish it off, but we didn't get everything. So that's for someone else to try and solve the mystery. So we haven't spoiled it. But we've shown 3 that it can't be.
Rune. He admitted to the murder, did he? The claim is itself enough to convict him. His means and motive are
You
sound.
likely know it's off. Yes.
Something's off. You will likely know it's off.
I know very well it's
your
off.
Friend. August. No?
Not
the drugs he
August.
took. Simina. Illegally harvested from the near extinct Mina eel. A painkiller and a blood cleaner. Taking over the role of the kidney. Likely, he's dying of some kidney disease. His death, or August's. He chose his. I will take a closer look at the evidence. Good work regardless, apprentice. How to thee.
So he's protecting a friend, maybe the person that we need to give the password to. Mine cannot handle the discontinue.
My dearest apprentice,
You what?
is dead. I send you to the city of Ink to discover who.
Also, your voice is a lot lower now.
The steward shall meet you at the gate. Do not dally. There is something afoot.
There's something afoot. A mystery. Ask the detective. Okay. So he was doing it to protect a friend. That doesn't allow us to convict him. He knew that it was wrong. No. Okay, well, sorry for anyone that has adverts. Everyone wants now to stop other adverts. But I think that's where we're going to call it a day. I mean, quit. There was no save then quit, and there's no continue option because, you know, we kind of scuffed it. But maybe you can solve the murder of King Mir for yourself. It's obviously a friend that he was protecting. Maybe we needed to pry a bit more into some other things. But that's what I'm going to call it a day. Thank you to anyone that might have been watching and lurking. We failed to do anything. We didn't even get convicted ourselves, I guess. Which, you know, the steward said was an option. If we accused the wrong people too many times, we would get convicted ourselves, but I guess we didn't pick an innocent. But I think it could have been Oleander. It could have been... There's no way it was a goth who we had to give the password to. And there's no way it was the other little kids that was in the shelter, because they witnessed it and were hiding because they witnessed it. Unless I'm just taking their words too literally, and you know, maybe they were lying, but I was taking everyone at their honesty. But some of the people that I wanted to convict we weren't allowed, and I do think it may have been Oleander himself. He's not even a detective anymore. He was disgraced and thrown out, so he wouldn't even be investigating this. He intercepted the investigation when he's no longer a detective, and he ignored all the evidence and just basically said, yep, it was August. So he's really suspicious. I think it was him. But we never found the means, even though he obviously had the means because he was somehow just in the area and, you know, intercepted the Raven, Edgar Allan Crow. Somehow. Just happened to come along. But I think it was him. But yeah, if you can solve it for yourself, you know, feel free to play. But that's what I'm going to call it a day for today. I'll be back on Wednesday with something else. I'll catch you then. Bye 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 bye.